Hello, hello, hello everyone. How are all of you? Hopefully you're all doing well. Kind of meant to start a stream earlier, but I decided to take a nap. So here we are. So there has been an update to 14. And so that is what we will be doing here today. It's 7.4 Into the Mist is the update's title.
Every day, more and more people regain their memories of their lost loved ones. No longer will beings like Calyx be able to manipulate their fear and ignorance as he once did. That being the case, Alize and I have come to a decision.
We will depart Taral in the coming days. Other nations must be informed about Alexandria, a necessary step to ensure lasting peace. Then, we shall return to Garlemald. Our experiences here should serve us well in the ongoing restoration efforts.
However, one pressing matter remains. Calyx's summoning ritual was tied to a concept of his own creation. Ascian involvement is assured, but we have yet to ascertain the extent of their influence on the Ninth.
I have done what I can to treat the enthralled and those still afflicted with Levin sickness. I may now devote my undivided attention to an investigation.
Then we shall leave this one in your capable hands. Do let us know if you turn anything up.
It's Erenville. My time in Tural is at an end, and so I'm headed to the harbor now. We'll meet again, of that I'm certain. Until then, I wish you safe travels. Words of caution from you, of all people. Hey! What do you think you're doing?
Sorry to interrupt, but I thought you'd like to know. I've detained the fugitive. He promises to tell us before he sets sail, only to try and sneak aboard his boat with nary a hug goodbye. Cold bastard. But there's still time before they weigh anchor.
That boy. We should make for the harbor ere he wriggles free of Lamachi's grasp.
If we're heading the same way, we might join him on the ship. Good company is always welcome on a long voyage, is it not?
What? Now? I haven't finished packing.
Well, then you better get to it.
Knowing you, the essentials are already accounted for.
we must. But you're helping pack the rest.
I have several ideas as it happens.
Ever aligned in purpose, if not execution.
Lest you wonder, Kryl and I intend to remain here with Y'shtola.
To continue our study of the key, naturally. By all accounts, Preservation's facility promises to yield some answers.
Shale has been conducting a more thorough examination. She may have insights to share. Then why not invite her along to see everyone off? Surely she'd want to be there too.
Oh, yeah. I forgot this was a thing. What news? Can't imagine you brought an entourage along to simply say hello. That eager to be on their way, are they? I'll join you. I owe them thanks on behalf of my Oblivion, after all. And there, I thought you'd protest against being parted from your work. I'm curious to see what emerges once every piece of the puzzle's in place. Majority of the files we've unearthed are encrypted. There's so else I can do until the computer's finished with them. Besides, unlike our friends, Containment Complex 10 through 29 isn't going anywhere. In other words, we won't be getting any answers today. Afraid not. It's going to be a while yet. Then shall we depart for Tulialo forthwith? Even Lamatee's strength has its limits. Without further delay, then. I wish you all would not make such a fuss. I am not fond of emotional partings. At least Alphino and Alice were considerate enough to inform me of their plans in advance by Link Pearl. Some people we know would have burst out of a crate mid-voyage. In any event, I shall wait here until they finish their preparations.
There they are.
You look well. No lingering effects, then?
Ah, I'm hale as ever. And busy with work.
I imagine there's no shortage of affairs to put in order. Are Kona and Galulja faring well?
Kona is off to survey our nation and its peoples. He wants to consult with local representatives and hear their thoughts on our policies. And Galulja's really taken to his training. I feel like he's been spending more time with the Landsguard than me lately.
Standing here, I cannot help but remember the day of our arrival in Tuliolo. The rite of succession feels so long ago.
We knew not of what would happen between my father and Zorolja, nor of Alexandria and its queen. It was to aid a naive claimant that you came to Tural. But you've done so much more for me. For the entire nation of Tuliyola. We owe you a greater debt than we can ever repay. But that doesn't mean we can't try. Whenever you need an ally, we'll stand with you.
Allow me to echo that sentiment. Not only were you kind to me when I awakened a stranger in my own land, you extended your grace to Alexandria again and again. And on behalf of myself and my people, thank you for curing the ailment that for centuries tormented us.
I'll look forward to our next visit. I'm sure we'll have exciting stories to share with one another.
Ever since I introduced you to Wuklamat, you've faced no end of hardships. Many of them her fault.
My name is Christopher.
Yet I feel no remorse, only gratitude. For without your aid, I would not have had the chance to say goodbye. Nor vowed to explore every corner of the world. To see what we haven't seen. Shall we?
Rest assured, upon arriving, we shall make it a priority to visit Tataru and assuage her myriad fears.
I expect the sight of you two will be a balm for her worry-laden heart.
Safe journey, and remember to enjoy it.
Give my regards to Oblivion. And thank you for all you did for my mother.
was a proper send-off. Now, time to get back to it.
Duty ever calls for she who loves her realm.
Right? Though, if you need a break, you're always welcome to visit Tulihiola. I'll give you the grand tour. I guess they're really over. Your adventures in Tural.
Oh, I doubt that. I'm sure we'll return for some reason or another.
I'll remember our time together for the rest of my days.
Aha! Power resolve spotted!
The Lance Guard is looking for you. It's sparring time.
Oh, good thing you're here then. Can't miss that.
So let's go already!
I'm sure you
Everyone's
could.
waiting to see Val
You're not
resolving
going to,
action.
but you could.
Sorry, I have to go. Till next time.
And thus do they take to the winds.
To follow their own paths and their hearts, as they should.
Now it's our turn to take the next step. The question is in what direction, and that is a matter I should like to discuss with you. Cryo has a proposal to make. If I may, I think it prudent to discuss our future plans elsewhere. We are liable to hinder the dock workers here if we linger. Perhaps the beach would be a more appropriate venue.
Tis truly a beautiful place to roll.
An endless ocean and ever-changing sky. First time I saw them, I couldn't believe my eyes. It was like I was walking among images from our oldest records. And beyond that horizon are more lands and more people. That one I still struggle to imagine.
We ourselves hail from beyond that horizon, in fact. Rather, most of us do. I merely thought I did. Oh, that's right. I can only imagine how it must have felt to learn you're a native of our world. The fact that I wasn't born in the land where I've spent most of my life has taken time to sink in. 'Twas not until I met my parents in living memory that the truth of my origin began to feel real. experience is not unlike mine. When first I awoke, the realm everyone spoke of sounded nothing like my own. I had to walk its streets, live and breathe it, before I could accept and embrace my new reality. And for me to embrace mine, I need to learn more about my people, the Milala. We should come upon more information in the course of studying the key, but as Shale's investigation of the containment complex is still ongoing, would you mind if we sought a different avenue of inquiry into the history of the Ninth?
I have no objection. What we learn will deepen our understanding of the broader picture.
Agreed. My curiosity extends well beyond our duty to assess Ascian influence.
If it is knowledge of the Ninth's past you seek, I have an idea where to begin. Alexandria was originally part of a landmass known as the Mist Continent. This continent had been left in ruins in the wake of the storm surge, with Alexandria the sole nation to survive the devastation. The calamity of lightning that ravaged the world.
Aye. Per the sources we recovered from the Underkeep, though the conflict between nations was destructive in its own right, it was Levin that dealt the final blow.
No place was spared its fury, and all was chaos in the castle town. We tried to evacuate the people in airships, Otis, the knights and I, but we couldn't save everyone. Those who survived gathered within the barrier, and we took in as many foreign refugees as we could. Yet, despite the dangerous environment, our system showed that there were some few souls who ventured outside the barrier, into the lands beyond. Beyond? But we thought that was impossible. I was under the impression the star was scoured of life, that man could not survive outside the barrier.
Going by the records, the storm surge extended to every corner of the world. Nothing and nowhere was spared. If anyone did survive out there, it would have been an unimaginable trial.
And yet, those people must have been going somewhere. What if there was a refuge? A place that weathered the storm surge and rebuilt over the intervening 4 centuries?
Given Alexandria's displacement to the source, we had neither cause nor opportunity to survey the remainder of the continent.
Living memory remains physically in the Ninth. If we seek a means of egress, other than the portal connecting it to Alexandria, perhaps it might lead us to the Mist Continent. Living memory was not transported here despite being atop Everkeep, in which case, it may have been a physically independent space all along.
Meaning, another point of egress could well exist.
And if it does, someone has to be maintaining it. The mechanical soldiers, for instance.
Shall we have a chat with them and see what they know?
If it please your majesty.
Will you accompany us? If we do land upon the Mist Continent, I would feel much more assured with you at our side.
Yeah. Sure.
I thought as much. Into the great unknown we go, then.
Forgot to turn alert fishing on. Now that that's settled, I'd best be off. I still need to check for decryption errors periodically, so I can only step away for so long. Look, I'll have plenty to share the next time we meet. Till then. Let's rest this neck ready for our potential foray and meet at Laynode Nemo. This clerk has made itself available to answer our questions. Clerk PX0093. If one wished to descend to the surface from here, how would they typically do so? The marine memory is currently detached from Everkeep and is operating independently while supported by its aerial suspension systems. Thus, both lift and Laynode-based transit is currently unavailable. I apologize for the inconvenience. Despite its ability to remain aloft, perhaps Living Memory was never intended to function in this state indefinitely. If so, we're out of luck. Not necessarily. Lifts and Laynodes were likely the preferred modes of transportation, but that does not preclude the existence of others. In the event of an emergency, how would we evacuate this facility? Sorting emergency systems. Living Memory's airships remain prepared to deploy should evacuation be necessary. Would Your Majesty like to appropriate it? An airship? Yes, please, as soon as possible. With Your Majesty's authorization, the vessel can be ready for launch without delay. Allow me a moment to execute the bypass protocols. Safety tests have been successfully completed, setting the Gate of Remembrance as initial destination. Vessel is en route. Is that my ship? It was purpose-built for living memory. However, it was modeled after the vessel Your Majesty used during the Storm Surge era. A replica. Still, it does me good to see it. Now, deploy the gangway for boarding. This way, please. order to reach the surface, one must pass through the storm clouds. I advise you to brace for turbulence. The ward Alyssa gave me is reacting. Though not to the extent of the 13th, the etheric imbalance here is severe indeed. It does serve to impress upon one the marvel of the barrier. The lightning and heritage found is tame by comparison. A land where Levin reigns. A sobering sight, to say the least, but I shan't turn back now that we've come this far. Despite the ominous landscape and persistent echoes of thunder, Krell is determined to press on. There are no structures, nor are any other sign of survivors that I can see. I suspect the crater made this area unsuitable for habitation due to the increased risk of flooding. And we should look further afield. In which direction do you think we might find a settlement? We're at the edge of Alexandrian territory now. The closest city would be Trino, should it survive. As a city-state built in a harbor, it was a nexus of trade, and remained neutral throughout the war. We Alexandrians always felt fortunate to have it in our neighborhood, so to speak. Not unlike our Rodzaton. Ah yes, Alvin has spoken of Rodzaton before. It's near the South Sea Isles, the Malala homeland, correct? Well, enough, it was also Trino where the Malala first found a home in our world. Truly? Yes, and though the Malala population elsewhere grew, most continued to feel a strong connection to the city. I'd like to think that some remain there to this day. Clerk PX0093, is this ship capable of taking us to Trino? I shall run a flight simulation for the road to Trino. One moment. Simulation complete. There is a near 100% probability that the ship would suffer catastrophic mechanical failure prior to arrival due to ambient lightning. My apologies. Oh, well, thank you for checking. We cannot fly, then we shall have to walk. Trino lies beyond the mountains, but there should be routes that spare us having to climb. A cave system, for instance, assuming it hasn't collapsed. Let's try there first. This tunnel appears intact. We have no way of knowing what it's like further in. Mind you stay alert for beasts as well. Given the barren surrounds, they're surely ravenous. Okay, so we just unlocked a new thing to go do. So let's go do the thing. There we go, that was quick. It's all very fancy looking. Ow! That hurt. Shit. It's like, where the fuck was I supposed to go for that? I don't like this one. This boss sucks. There we go. It's been a while since I've seen Griffin boss in this game. Oh, shit. Hey, Kroy. How are you? Well, yeah, that's to be fair. Hopefully it's not being too rough of a day, though. Shit, I screwed that up. I saw your message. I hope we can play some games this weekend. How'd the rest of your stream anniversary go? You crashed for 13 hours after. I mean, you'd been... I know by the time when I first came in, you'd already been streaming for like 4 hours. Yeah, you were gone for a long time. Not really my style, but we'll greet it and see if... Yeah, we didn't get it, so... Oh, how so?
And a big thank you to our helpers, whoever you are.
I know you said you'll make some announcements, but I didn't hear what those were.
Our helpers, were we being watched?
So the city endures, and it is in much better shape than expected.
Impressive, considering the destruction without.
Ah, congrats on the merch and the webcomic. I look forward to reading it.
Their barrier resembles that of Alexandria, though it is smaller in scale. And not quite as effective, if the breach we witnessed is any
That is a good question.
I fear such incidents may be common here.
Thunderous heavens! It's been years since we've had visitors.
Yeah, that's a good question. I don't know much about that, so I can't help, unfortunately.
I am Mia.
Oh, I'm sure you will.
The mayor of Treno.
Like I said, I look forward to reading it.
To welcome you to our city. And thank you for the assistance with our little monster problem just now.
Well, I mean, we still kind of need to figure some things out, and probably not best to really announce that without having, like, figured out the whole structure of it and everything. Or even when we were first going to do the first actual episode of it. Well, I mean, that's kind of the way I've been. It's like, well, I'm sure we'll just go, hey, here we are. And just see what the fuck happens.
I am Sphene of Alexandria.
But it's one of those things, been waiting for you to be in a good spot to actually be able to work on that. And it seems like every time you start to get things back on track, something else catastrophic happened.
From one of ours who went to Alexandria, you see. That despite the intervening years, the Queen had not aged a day.
Nope, you can't. There was nothing you could do about any of it.
And sure enough, I'd swear, you stepped out of an old oil portrait mere moments ago. Though you must forgive me if this takes some getting used to. It is an honor to meet you, Your Majesty. I look forward to hearing the tale from your own lips. I imagine it won't be an easy one to tell.
Okay, well, hopefully you have a good day at work.
What happened to Alexandria?
I see. From your perspective, it must have looked as though we were wiped from the face of the star.
One day, we lost all contact with our people in Alexandria. Scouting parties sent to investigate reported that not only the barrier, but Alexandria itself was gone. Nary a stone to mark where it has stood.
What you must have gone through. not knowing what became of us. But know that Alexandria yet survives, albeit in a distant land. Her and her people. I can tell you the whole tale from beginning to end, but first, might I ask your permission to remain in Treno for a time?
Of course you can. You and your companions have already done us a great service, and are more than welcome to enjoy our hospitality. Now, how about we continue this at Town Hall? We needn't keep standing in the middle of the street.
But I like standing here in the middle of the street.
I shall join them. Even with the precautions we've taken, it remains to be seen if Sven's condition will remain stable. I suspect, however, that the rest of you would rather be out and about. Consider this my blessing.
In light of our purpose here, the tour of the city is indeed in order.
I presume you have no objection?
Why would I have any objection to any of this? I'm just kind of here for the ride.
With your permission, then. But before we go... Allow me to introduce myself as well. I am Cryo, and I hope to learn more of this city and its people. Would it offend if we were to ask a few questions? Perhaps as we work alongside you, aiding you in whatever ways you may require.
You needn't fret. Treno folk are as friendly as they come. As for aid, if you're willing, you might speak with my grandson Lommel. That was his voice you heard earlier. You'll find him serving herbal remedies to the others.
Thank you for your guidance. We shall seek him out first.
This main street right here reminds me a little bit of Clair Obscure. Why, visit our new friends. Thanks again for making short work of our foes. You've gone to trouble seeking me out. I can only assume it's for good reason. You want to help me? Odd, but I'll consider it. Before anything else, though, I must insist that you drink our signature remedy, Sleepless Rhapsody. Everyone's a fan. I found the teeniest touch too sour for your taste, but it'll set you right. Just tip it down your throat.
Well, what do you think? It's a traditional Malala recipe. That means it's working.
I'm put in mind of the gelatin I had at the studio. Nutritious, they assured me.
I can relate all too well. It's not unlike the syrup leader used to make. Black as pitch and sour as sin. Though, there's no better cure for fatigue.
You know, Raha, going to bed at a reasonable hour would be the best cure. Oh,
Sure, would be.
I do feel shockingly refreshed.
Perhaps it stimulates the body's ability to process ether and hastens regenerative functions.
Indeed, it does. It also counteracts some of the effects of excess lightning, and helps to calm the nerves besides.
Which is why you serve it whenever there's a breach in the barrier.
Our Malala ancestors came from the lushest of lands, so they developed all sorts of natural remedies. We strive to carry on their traditions. And I'm sure you see why. Really hits the spot, doesn't it? Now, welcome to Treno.
I forgot to introduce myself, didn't I? Well, I'm Lumul. That was me announcing our victory earlier, and since grandmother sent you to help with repairs, you'll know I'm her grandson. I'm in charge of resolving any problems the people of Trino may have. My favorite kinds of work include taste testing menu items, carrying medium-sized objects, searching for lost possessions of immense value. Oh, it's a pleasure to make your acquaintance. Lumo is not ready to release you to the sweet meditations of manual labor. Oh yes, the repairs. Are you certain you want to be put to work? Come on the way out to visit us. You must have had more important things in mind, and you've already helped protect the city. Actually, our goal is to ascertain the present state of the Mist Continent. Oh, continent, did you come from across the sea? Not exactly. I've actually come from Alexandria. Alexandria? Are you quite sure? Oh, sir, sorry, of course you're sure. We ordered me to doubt you. And Jess, it's not every day that we get visitors, let alone from a nation that up and vanished. I know that must be something of a shock, but this is our first time in Trino, and we should like to get to know the city and its people. That's why we propose lending a hand to those in need. I see. In that case, why don't you help distribute this remedy to the rest of our people? Ordinarily, everyone would have already come for a cup, but the fiends made quite a mess this time. It will be a while before we can step away from their work. Never fear, though. Even if their hands are busy, they'll be more than happy to spare a few words for fascinating folks from afar. We'd appreciate that. Thank you, Lumul. Everyone's doing me a favor, honestly. Here, take this batch. I'll deliver some to Town Hall so you can tend to the areas you haven't seen yet. Split up and spend more time speaking with the locals while ensuring everyone receives the remedy promptly. Could you each take a portion? I just should be glad to dole out a few servings. Wonderful. Let me divide this up. you make your rounds to the southern part of the city. Raha and I shall tend to the north. Right, let's go and acquire some insights. You must be one of those visitors Lumo mentioned. Odd place to be visiting, though. Oh, you came to deliver the remedy? Thank you kindly. I was hauling beast carcasses in for processing and copped a good dose of discharged energy for my troubles. For on the Levin sickness, something fierce. Still, we don't go hunting outside the barriers, so we don't want to waste any part of the creatures that find their way in. Pelts that are highly charged with lightning ether are the most valuable, of course. Tan them with the right stuff and you can turn them into protective clothing. That keeps you from getting zapped. The beasts you felled will be all be put to good use. Thanks again. Yeah, that mighty monster slayer I saw earlier. It's an honor. You've brought sleepless rhapsody, bless you. I'm dead on my feet, and after that battle. We don't usually have that many beasts breaking through at once. Practice keeps one's skills sharp, though, so in a way I'm glad for it. I learned a thing or two from watching you. Oh, I can hardly wait to get to work on my grimoire. I have a number of ideas for improved geometries. Thoughtful application of new learning is what keeps our ancestors' magic alive and flourishing. There's a fresh face if I ever saw one. And what's that in your hand? Oh, I don't mind if I do. Safety inspections take priority. The battle doesn't feel over until I have had a cup of sleepless rhapsody. I would say that I have some small part in preparing it too. The herbs come from my very own growery. One of the greatest discoveries of our time is that seeds carried in by invading creatures can be cultivated into remarkable plants. Plants with the potential to mitigate the lightning's effects. As many hides as we have this time, not to mention stomachs, it's entirely possible to find new varieties of herbs among our harvest. Between the three of us, we ought to have covered every area aside from Lumol's. One of the people I spoke with asked me to pass something along to him, but he hasn't returned yet. Meantime, shall we discuss what we've learned?
Fascinating. I appreciate your thoroughness in recounting the details. I too learned much, as I helped to treat the injured's wounds. The Malala's curative magics appear identical to Sphne's. This means that either her tutor was a Malala as well, or that the art had spread all throughout the Ninth. Then there are the symbols and tomes, which are highly reminiscent of Arcanima. If these elements indeed originated with the arcane geometries of the South Sea Isles, as in the source, 'tis curious that they have developed in so similar a manner on this shard.
Mind you don't share that with any other graduates of the Faculty of the Arcane, lest they beat you to publication.
Did you learn aught of note, Raha?
I spoke with one of Treno's storekeepers about how they obtain their supplies. Though they are few and far between, other settlements yet exist on the Mist Continent, with a rail system facilitating the flow of goods between them. Unfortunately, barrier breaches trigger an emergency failsafe on the main line, so the train is presently stopped at a midway point until operations can resume. There are also maritime routes, but they see only occasional use. Often, as now, Treno must make do with what is to hand.
In addition to this constant state of scarcity, much of Treno's populace suffers from Levin sickness, not to mention the frequent attacks on the city and the resulting casualties. Yet everyone we've spoken with seems undaunted by these hardships. They are not only surviving, they are happy in spite of it all.
Where there is life, there is hope. And when one believes in a better future, a tomorrow even the slightest bit brighter than today, there is naught to be done but build it. Until, stone by stone, a city rises.
A noble city with noble purpose.
Is aught the matter, Lowell?
I think I've dropped something and now I can't find it anywhere. I'm doomed.
Oh, that's maybe a little too dramatic.
Oh, is it this by chance? While I was distributing the remedy, I was asked to pass it along to you.
Yes! That's it! Yes! I'm not doomed.
Also very dramatic. Happily dramatic, but still dramatic.
Is that a tracking device?
You've a keen eye for technology. This thing picks up on the ether of the creatures that get through the barrier.
That explains how you knew when they'd been vanquished.
Exactly. It shouldn't show anything now, but I can switch it on like so.
Troubleshooting is required. That is a valid troubleshooting step. That is usually the end result of said troubleshooting step.
No, she's going to kill me!
This is also part of the troubleshooting process. Usually not that someone's going to kill me, but the pacing back and around in a circle going, what do I do now?
Say, how'd you like to meet my sister Ayane? She's an electro engineer, so she knows all sorts of interesting stuff.
I take it she also built that device.
Oh yes, that's my sister. She's a genius. Everyone says so. And she won't kill me in front of other people. Probably. I mean, wouldn't it be interesting to watch her work? Maybe you can even help. It'd be, you know, edifying? Please! I beg you! Please!
I suppose that's that then.
The wall is vibrant with nervous energy. At the moment, INA should be waiting just past the park. Let's be off before anyone changes their mind.
of visitors. Thanks for lending a hand earlier, but what brings you here? Lummel, what did you do?
You know that, advanced monster tracking, what's it? It may be a teeny tiny bit,
You broke it again? How many times must I tell you that we're running low on electrope? I'm an engineer, not a bloody miracle worker.
I beg your forgiveness. I'm on my knees and everything, see? And since we have guests, can't you let it slide? Just this once?
He dragged you here just so I wouldn't tan his hide, didn't he? You'd never believe he's the elder sibling. I'm so sorry.
Please, don't be. We're glad for the opportunity to meet you.
And Lummel mentioned that you might have some work we could assist with. There are guests, Lummel, not servants. Must we have the manners talk again?
Please don't misunderstand. We asked to help, that we might learn what life is like in Treno. And with your expertise, we also hoped you could tell us more of how the city utilizes electrope.
If that's the way of it, then I'd be happy to share what I know.
When you spoke earlier, it sounded as if Treno had little electrope to spare. It's difficult to procure, I take it.
We never have as much as we need. And much of what we do have is repurposed. You'll find me digging through the scrap heap whenever some vital device or another breaks down. Repairing that old barrier should be our highest priority. But we just don't have enough electrope on hand to do a proper job.
And the longer we go without access to the mine, the worse it'll get. If only we could scare those beasts away.
Did we not pass through a mine on the way here?
You got rid of them? Just like that?
So, the mine is safe for mining again?
Yeah, apparently.
Hooray!
Leave the mining to your big brother. All you have to do is fix the tracker.
Yes, very well. If you go, do be careful. And once you get the machine...
Hey, Sugar, how are you?
Make sure to send some electrope over to the barrier service station.
Though, what's with the... Oh my god, what's going on?
Though we
What's
cleared
happened?
the mine, there is no telling what else waits outside the barrier. Shall I accompany you?
I'm so glad you asked. Seriously,
Yeah.
I don't know
I
what
said
do
I'd play 14 from time to time. I just hadn't found a moment to sit down and play through the new MSQ update.
I expect Raha can keep him safe without our help. In the meantime, shall we assist Ayane with her repair work?
It's been interesting so far. I still need to figure out a new glamour. That might be something I do, like, just before... at some point. I don't know. So hard to figure out a good look. Nope, not yet. I entirely forgot to ask your names. Do you forgive me? I am Corral, and this is Kyrian. I liked the new dungeon, though. Which is nice, because I've not enjoyed most of the ones from this series so far. Kalamol is Rahatia and our own technology enthusiast. It's lovely to meet you. It feels strange putting you to work, but I'd be lying if I said I don't need the help. In the wake of an event like this, I presume a great deal of labor is required to restore everything to working order. The volume of fixes that need making is one matter, but I can't know if it weren't for these legs of mine. The paralysis flares up the worst at times, I swear. I can manage a bit of shoveling from one station to the other on a good day, but I usually leave racing around the city to my brother. I'm off to the mine, though. Someone else needs to take care of the lightning sprites. They're drawn to the discharge to ether of slain creatures. I'd offered the detective to make tracking them down easier, but seeing as Lumo has managed to break it yet again... I do have this, though. Toss them out a sprite, and uses Resid's ability to sense the ether nearby. That usually gets them wandering out of the city towards more fertile ground. So we need to fight them? We find it safer not to. When threatened, they'll siphon energy from facilities we need to keep our medical services running, or emit bursts that overload nearby systems. For the same reason, I recommend you stick to thoroughfares that will allow you to spot them well in advance. I would hate for you to be injured while helping us. Understood. We'll split up again to cover more ground. Are you ready to go? Though, I am really looking forward to seeing where the series is going with this new story arc. After kind of what I felt they revealed and where they might be going with 7.3. Oh, shit. Hey, Kroy, welcome back. scared the crap out of me again. That's twice tonight. I was gonna say, shouldn't that be like aim to serve? But there's like, it's also Koroi, so I mean, that could still be valid. You're back. Were there any mini sprites? Just a handful on your route then? Could be worse. So it's important to keep the city free of them. We're much obliged. Ione seems concerned for Cryle. Cryle's taking a while. Being new to the city, if something were to happen, she wouldn't know where to go for help. You check on her, she started off in the direction of Town Hall. You're looking for a Might Lost last there. Odd I can help with? Presume you and Crow had a grand old chat with her earlier. Not sure she saved my hide. Can't believe I missed that lightning sprite till it was right on top of me. It's thanks to her that I got out unscathed. Bit awkward starting up a conversation after that. It's been a while since I talked to anyone I haven't known my whole life. She's kind lass, good at putting folks at ease. Like Miali, I quite enjoyed telling her about the city. When we're done chatting, she went off towards the canal. Had a touch of melancholy about her, though, and I wasn't sure why. Didn't think of something I said, but I knew that if it was, saying more wouldn't help, so I let her go. I reckon she'd welcome the company of good friend right now. Yeah. Well, I mean, even if what my suggestions aren't your cup of tea, if you've got other ideas and that you're free for this weekend, let me know. Those are just like, I wanted to hang out with a friend and I didn't, and was like, what are some options that I know Corey might be able to do and enjoy, and go from there.
Were you looking for me? I only intended to sit down for a moment, but I must have lost track of time. Will you lend me your ear?
Okay. Sounds cool. Sounds cool. I look forward to it. I look forward to it.
The source and the ninth. Someday I will have to decide which
And honestly,
one to call home.
Late Christmas gifts are perfectly okay in my book. They're not truly late. They occur just when they're supposed to. And that is when people have the capacity of actually giving them.
Remind myself that we have more important matters to contend with. But I cannot keep drifting between these worlds forever. When I first learned the truth of my past...
Well, Corey, that's just because you're just like a wizard.
Would have no bearing
You
on
show
my
up
future.
exactly when you're meant to.
The source was my
No
home.
sooner, no
The
later.
students of Baldessian my purpose. after meeting my parents. It struck me that to simply choose the source would be to abandon them. And not only them, but a home I could have loved, had my life gone as it should have. That is why I had to learn more of this place. And the me I could have been.
Oh, it's not waiting for me to answer a question.
I feel even less certain than before. Though we are strangers to them, these people have welcomed us as if we are their own. It's like speaking with old friends. And knowing now the challenges they face, what would it say about me if I just left them behind and returned
I know
to
you
the
probably
source?
won't be available for it, but just so for everyone else, I am going to be sitting around from the probably about the time I get off work on
Is that
Wednesday
who
night,
I am? Who I was meant to be?
through the new year, sitting
Or is
here
this
drinking,
where I belong?
trying to have a little bit of a party and games, and enjoy company with anyone who wants to come join me. That's fair. It's just, I normally don't ever have like any party or anything to go to, so it's just like, for those of us who have absolutely nothing to do that night, here's an option. Thank you for listening. I'm a little less afraid to face the answer now, whatever it may be. When I find it, I hope you'll be there. We've kept Annie waiting long enough. Let's hurry back. Okay. Well, enjoy the rest of your day there, Kuroi. Or night, or whatever you want to call it. Time is relative. I'm glad you're both back safe and sound. Now we can relax until my brother does the same. With your friend escorting him, he can't get himself into too much trouble. Unless he tumbles down the stairs into town again, I suppose. Bullshit time? That's the name you choose.
That reminds me. The structures near the barrier all seem to be
It's a good name. It's a good name.
Milala. Is there a reason that those in the center of the city are so much larger?
Oh yes. The center is the oldest part of Treno, built by the Hewn and the Eldite before the Milala came.
So Treno predates the Milala's arrival?
The mayor at the time was kind enough to take our ancestors in, and gave them leave to establish their own residential quarter.
Yet I have seen naught but Milala since we came to the city. Where did the other peoples go?
Alexandria. In the closing days of the Storm Surge, when death and destruction were everywhere, they believed it would be safer. Treno didn't have a barrier at first, you see. But one of our industrious brethren had served as tutor in the royal household, and returned to us with knowledge of the barrier's design. It's thanks to him that the city survives to this day.
Might I ask a more personal question? We previously uncovered some records pertaining to the Milala's past. In them, it was written that the Milala left their paradise of eternal summer when a great calamity froze their isles. Understandably, all were not content to leave their homeland behind. Some attempted to return using the same power that had brought them here, but they found the way closed to them. Never again has the golden path opened that allowed their ancestors to flee to safety. Tell me, were that golden path to open once more, and you were to find the Milala homeland restored to its former glory, would you go back?
I'd certainly like to see that paradise of eternal summer for myself. Who wouldn't? But it wouldn't be going back. After all, my one and only home is here. Treno, this run-down, beat-up, beautiful city.
You truly love it, don't you?
Do you know what the speaker said when the Milala came to this place? O life, flourish on this faraway shore. Unfurl your fragile petals with fearless joy. Let this sky grant shelter from darkest storm, and here bloom, hand in hand, forevermore. We never forgot those words. Not my ancestors, nor my grandmother, nor my brother and me. That boundless optimism, that communal spirit, that is Treno. No matter what comes or how hard it gets, we'll choose joy over fear and stand together. There's nowhere else I'd rather be.
Nowhere else you'd rather be. Perhaps it really is as simple as listening to your heart.
This one here. Cryo speculating as the cause of your allies' delayed return. I think you said that your brother couldn't get into too much trouble if he was with Raha. What trouble is that precisely? One would think they ought to have returned by now. Conversely, I hadn't expected to see the two of you again so soon. I take it Miali's curiosity is sated? For the moment. I gave her a brief account of the situation in Alexandria, as well as events involving the key. She's most interested in the latter, in fact, since she's new to the relic long before we did, and wishes to discuss it with everyone. Would you be able to join us? I should love to go straight away, but we are waiting on Raha's return. As we speak, Miali's herself is making her rounds through the city. We have time.
We're back! The mine is in working order, I'm pleased to say. Electrope is being delivered for the barrier even as we speak.
Have you two finished regaling the mayor?
We have. Though she has her own story to tell. Of the key, in fact. We thought you might like to join us at the...
That can't be good.
This is an evacuation alert. All citizens, please proceed to emergency shelter. Repeat, please proceed to emergency shelter. The Doom train is approaching. Repeat, please proceed to emergency shelter.
That's not good.
The Doom train. Wasn't that one of Lindblom's weapons of war? You know of it. I've never seen it myself, but according to Zelenia, it was an armored vehicle used to transport war beasts to the front. In order to prevent them from running wild ere their deployment, a powerful arcane entity was housed in the engine.
The end of the war didn't slow it one bit. Quite the contrary. Fueled by lightning ether, it's been speeding across the continent ever since. The Doom train and its beasts bring death and destruction everywhere it goes. It's a veritable calamity on rails. It passed near Treno some years ago, claiming many lives, including our parents. I must go and repair the barrier as swiftly as possible. Without it, we haven't got a chance.
You can't be serious! You'll never finish in time, and you'll be right in its path.
I have to try. For Treno.
Yane, no!
It seems my services are required once more.
I'll go with you. Perhaps my knowledge of Electrope will be of use.
I wish I were a fighter like you two. Keep her safe, will you? Please?
While destroying the Doom train would be preferable, we should seek to delay its advance at the very least.
You can't be thinking of fighting it head on. That's madness.
Oh, that's what we do every other day.
If your mind is made up, there may be a way. There's a freight depot not far from us. We can use the train that stopped there.
Raha mentioned that before, did he not?
The Doom train will have to pass through the depot to reach Treno. And since the evacuation alert was only just triggered, we might be able to reach it first.
So, we commandeer this freight train, match our speed to the enemies, and use it as a platform from which we launch a sustained counter-offensive. Is that your proposal?
Yeah, sounds about right.
It'd be better than trying to smash the bloody thing before it runs us all over. And if it might save Yane, I'll do whatever it takes. Let me drive the train. That will leave you free to concentrate on the fight.
Lomol.
I need to grab a few things. Meet me by the gate.
Well, it's not in our nature to stand idle at a time like this. We should first consider how best to apply our individual skills. Guess I need to talk to Prowl, not her. If anyone can stop a speeding weapon of war, it's you. But must also recognize the threat posed by its enemy of beasts, or company of beasts. Its influence is so powerful that even as it barrels ahead, enthralled creatures continue to follow it. The train will gather additional minions as it draws near. There's no telling how many will charge Trino's gate, so we should prepare for the worst. Perhaps Ishol and I ought to remain on guard here. I'm inclined to agree. While you remove the head of this metal serpent, we will attend to this defense of the city. One other thing, we must do what we can to ensure the citizens get to shelter before the fighting begins. Godspeed. Right, the place we're headed is in the Benteni Depot. The train has its own railway station, and assailants from earlier left it in the need of significant repairs. Thus, we'll be taking a hover cargo. A friend here is volunteered for this mission, and yes, I did explain the dangers. The cargo is equipped with a portable barrier, and frankly, I'm great at my job. I guarantee our safety during the ride. What happens once we get to Benteni? Well, that's your problem. Certainly is. Let me know when you're ready to move out. I was resolved to meet the Doom Train head-on, but would prefer to depart before he can think about it any longer. Ready then? Our fearless operator will help you aboard. We make for Benteni with all haste. I'll have us there in a flash. Do keep any limbs you've attached to and would like to remain attached to inside the vehicle.
This is it. You'll be riding that flat car at the rear of the train. I'll be all the way at the front, pushing her as fast as she can go. The Doom Train moves at breakneck speed. If we're too slow, it'll plow right through us. Speaking of which, we'd best get underway before it does just that. Don't forget you're fighting for Ayane. For all of Treno.
Okay. Oh. Oh yeah, I was working on trying to fix that issue. Turn to inventory. Ooh, just barely making it. Thankfully, we had bought that gear earlier. Okay. I missed another Pokemon. I'm sorry. We'll fish anyways. We're just waiting here at the moment. We'll just fish. That makes me want to have some hot chocolate right now. Now just waiting on tanks. We lost a healer. Trying to get through. Looks like we're probably going to get through the MSQ update here tonight, which is awesome. And since I already live in a quirky museum there, Rukia. the collectibles I have about my apartment. Oh, there we go. Yeah. You're all big, scary, and frightening looking.
We're in it now! I'm counting on you!
Ow! Son of it.
Good luck!
I guess brow wave. Ha ha ha! Fuck! I was so drooling for a moment. Falsely! I was like, nope, you didn't get me! And then, no, they most certainly did! Ha ha!
Use the transport panel to get up there!
Shit, I tried to get up there.
How many times is he going to do that?
Where? What? 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 It's like, where the fuck was safe? Oh, we lost both healers. Bullshit. Like the moment I see that that's there, and able to respawn, it's too late. Okay, I see some. I think I saw something. And hey, Regson, how are you? Good morning.
I have to disconnect the car! Quick! Jump on the next one!
Now about to make another set of actual cheeseburgers. Those sound delicious right now. Shit. But shit! Our healer's screwed up. Yeah, but I just never had a res. It's a small block of cheese with condiments or spices microwaved in a hamburger bun for a small amount of time. Where does the hamburger come in then? That's like just a microwave cheese sandwich. Healers have been dead for a while, then the AoEs, like the group up AoEs, and then tank busters just whittled the group down. I never did be good to begin with, so. No, you're fine. I will say our healers are, at least one of our healers is a little suspicious, and then one of the DPS just keep walking off the train. Not in this car, but the next one, they keep walking off. So it's an actual cheeseburger. See, to me, burger would still entail that there's meat there, that there's still beef or venison, depending on what type of burger it is. Sugar, salt, and cinnamon and cheese. That's an interesting mix. It doesn't look like the machinist walked off this time. Wait. This should be a safe spot right here. Oh shit, I didn't read that right. Fuck! Damn it! Oh, fucking hell! Oh, there were people who weren't in the stupid thing. I don't know if it will or not, but I'd... I love the fight, it's just... Yep, stay up front. Or not. Those tanks, definitely. That black mage, on the other hand. Unfortunately, I can't calm the tanks because they already left. Otherwise, yes, I would definitely calm those tanks. Those tanks were good.
No more adventures, thank you. That was enough bravery for a lifetime. But we did it! We stopped the Doom Train. Well, mostly you did. Before we can celebrate, though, we need to make sure Treno's secure. As I feared, stray beasts to the south. I've lost track of how many times I've asked you for help, but I need your help again.
I know that ENA will be safe within your karma until we attend to matters elsewhere. I'll see the wounded. You try not to join them, alright?
Can you stand?
Yeah, yes! Thank you so much. There were others being attacked over by the canal. Could you possibly...
Of course, I'll go right away. The rest of you should get to the town hall.
But thank you for your offer to help if that had fallen through.
I can't leave anyone behind. I won't.
Oh, I hate when I play as other people, as other characters.
Let's make sure the evacuation route is clear first. Those people by the canal. Help is on the way! might be other stragglers.
So scared I couldn't even move. Silly, isn't it? Return check on everyone. I would have won't complain, but do be careful. No, I just had to wait a moment. I thought I had to go back this way. But...
That breeze is awfully warm. Oh no! First things first, the fire. To take a leaf out of Yishtrola's book.
What sort of magic was that? I've never seen the like. Birdies, yes, I'm going to run away and we can talk about it later. Was it you that put the fire out? How will I ever thank you? Now we know it won't be spreading any further. We can all take shelter until this is over.
Not a moment too soon. I hope that was the worst of it.
Somebody help!
A voice. Further out. I'll take care of this. Make shelter.
Too damn many.
Is that all of them? A behemoth!
No, Ishtola's there like, nah, we're not done with this.
You cut that rather close.
Thank goodness you're all right.
Ayane has finished the repairs. We need only hold the line until the barrier is in place.
And hold the line we will, together. I can still fight. I can.
I have no doubt.
Ow. I didn't realize that's what he was going to do until it's too late.
Thunderheads!
Keep away from the clouds. If I never see another storm. Nowhere is safe with so many of them. Some friendly winds, if you please. It worked! How fortunate that bird made such an impression.
The Levin grows more volatile. Something is coming!
Ball lightning! Ishtola, speed! Lend me your strength!
Two of us will disperse these balls of lightning.
Just keep the lightning at bay a little longer! Take cover behind the sprinklers!
Learned my lesson for the first time.
I must say, that was an incredible performance.
Kuroi's probably the
Flatterer.
got the best stories about being an immortal tank. Too bad he's not here at the moment.
What is it?
The barrier is restored. The people of Treno may rest easy once more.
The perimeter is clear, everyone. And thanks to our guests, the Doom Train has been destroyed. Last but not least, Ayane's fixed the barrier. We don't need to worry about beasts anymore. This calls for a celebration.
The Doom Train is gone for good.
That's our Ayane.
They're safe. All of them. Alila? Cryle, does the name Alila mean aught to you?
My mother. Did you know her?
So the crowd found some family. That's always nice.
I'm sorry, my dear. We should get you patched up before aught else. Alila's story and that of the key are one and the same. After you've rested and recovered, I'll tell you the tale. You have no cause to fret, I promise you. While Lummel forgot to give the order, bless him. There's work to be done ere we can celebrate. First and foremost, we must see to any injured. Come and find me at Town Hall when you're ready.
Without further delay, then.
You needn't mind me. My injuries are far from severe.
But your curiosity is another matter, is it not? Your feet will deliver you to Miaili all the swifter if you can actually walk on them.
Most of my stories come from just really clutch moments in various games. I not had any such moments in Final Fantasy XIV. Well, I'd rather not have tumbled to the pavement in front of half the city. I am none the worse for wear, thanks to Y'shtola. Of yourself, if you have any hurts, we can tend to them now before we see Miaili. I was ready to hear it from Miaili. Where is she? Curious, isn't it? I want to know, more than anything, yet part of me is still terrified. I haven't come so far, I can't turn from the truth now. If everyone's feeling up to it, let us go and have our answers. Yes, let us do that.
Ere I begin my tale, there is something about our family that you need to understand. We are descendants of the Speakers of Eld, and I myself am the latest to inherit the role. Even as we do our utmost to ensure our people's welfare in our adopted home, it has ever been our duty to find a means to return whence we came. Alas, our ancestral treasure never did answer our prayers. And that left my elder sister, the previous speaker, mired in doubt. It was then, when she was at her most vulnerable, that preservation reached out to her.
The key is none other than that relic, and it has been in the safekeeping of our people since time immemorial.
Yes. When lightning threatened this world, we attempted to use the key to flee again, like our ancestors once did. Alas, no matter what we tried, we couldn't invoke its power. We had all but given up when Preservation approached us with an offer of partnership.
We've heard this part before, from my parents' memories. My mother was your sister.
She was. Which makes you an heir to the Speaker's legacy. The last message I received from your parents said that in order to thwart Preservation's design, they must send away both their daughter and the key. I now understand what became of the former. As for the latter, through conversing with your friends, I gleaned with whom it currently resides.
And is it your wish that we give it back?
We Malala are the people of Treno now. Here is where we've put down our roots. The moment Elila relinquished the key, she relinquished our claim to it as well. But be that as it may, my sister gave up not only her life, but her darling daughter, to prevent its misuse. It is my duty to ensure that its new bearer is worthy. So, should it answer your call as it never did ours, how would you use the key's power? For some, that might be a self-serving end. But your deeds are proof that I needn't worry. And what's more, there's your friendship with my niece. I dare say that speaks well of your character.
By the by, do you have any records pertaining to the key here in Treno?
Would that we did. But Delilah took everything with her when she joined Preservation. If aught remains, it would be in Alexandria.
And so we find ourselves returned to our original course.
Shale may have made some progress. Perhaps it's time to bring our visit to an end. By that, I don't mean to say that I don't feel welcome in Treno. You've all been so kind and accommodating. And in many ways, it's my hometown. It's just that, well,
It's all right, my dear. It is true that some feel bound by blood or birthplace, but I don't believe that your parents would have wanted that for you. They devoted their lives to understanding the key so that future generations would not be burdened by it. As we have chosen Treno, so too should you choose the place you call home. A place where you can bloom and grow with fearless joy. give you a proper send-off, though. Wait for us by the gate, will you? A word of caution, Keeper of the Key. As you know, it is a relic that has traveled across centuries and worlds, passing through countless hands. Oft beckoning to those ruled by ambition or avarice. Indeed, some have wondered if it chooses its master. But I believe differently. I believe that some inexorable force, call it fate, if you will, ushers it from one bearer to the next. Be wary, for fate's regard now falls upon you.
That's the first non-Malala we've seen here. Oh, I shouldn't keep review. So, probably the one I enjoyed the most, it was a team shooter. I can't remember the exact name of it off the top of my head at the moment. Rogue something? Let me see if I can find it. I've not played it in a while. I'm not even sure if it's even still live anymore. Rogue Company, I think? Rogue Company, yeah. Pretty much it was down to just me and one other person. And trying to... I had the point, and I had to hold it for a set amount of time. We were down, no lives left. We'd been trading shots back and forth. He apparently had run out of ammo. I'd kept hidden and stopped shooting. So he came running at me with a sword, and I just popped around the corner and ended the fight pretty quick before he could actually get to me.
Thank you all for everything.
We're the ones who should be thanking you. You fought so many times for us.
I've tended to the people's immediate hurts, but see that they receive appropriate care as they recover.
I still can't believe you took down the Doom Train. Just like that. You're my hero, truly. And I'm sure Mum and Dad and everyone else we lost will rest easier now.
Hey,
they
Thorn,
never
you're
hurt
up late.
anyone again.
For my part, I cannot thank you enough for supporting my plan for the barrier. Not to mention that we wouldn't even have the electrope to restore it without your aid.
This is normal for you.
Wait to see what else we can do now that the mine is back in service.
I was so close to finishing up this MSQ update that's like I'm staying up just long enough to finish it.
Faraway shore. Unfurl your fragile petals with fearless joy. Let this sky grant shelter from darkest storm, and here bloom, hand in hand, forevermore.
So I'm not up for the Waking World a whole lot
Remember
longer.
that, will you? Whatever shore you choose.
Of course, those words and our people will always be in my heart.
After so long without her, I had begun to forget.
I mean, it's Final Fantasy 14. They put a lot of work into the visuals of that.
Fading like the mist. All I could remember clearly was her resolve as we parted for the last time. But now I've seen her again. In you, sweetheart.
Yeah, it is. We've both been playing it for a very, very, very long time. He's more into the raiding than I am. I'm in more for the story and the roleplay.
Thank you for bringing her back to me. It is a joy to have met you, Kryl.
You too, Aunt Mihaly.
I know your home lies far from here, but to us you'll always be family. Come and see us once in a while, won't you?
I will. My comrades have found a treatment for Levin's sickness, so I'll bring it to Treno as soon as I can.
My, you certainly have no shortage of accomplished friends. We'll await your return, my dear.
And see, there's here. The basis for the VTuber model. The original version of her I ever created.
Life is full of surprises when one lives in hope. Isn't that right, Delilah?
Call of Cthulhu. I'm not familiar with that game. I'll have to look it up here sometime. It still feels a bit like I'm dreaming, but even should I wake, I'll remember it. I'll remember them. On a practical note, I'm more certain than ever that Shale's work will yield vital insights into the key. I look forward to speaking with her when we arrive in Solution 9. If you don't mind, why don't we first make our way to Resolution? Gusson will be wondering about my absence. Heavens yes, I apologize for keeping you from your duties for so long. Think nothing of it. I was more than happy to be part of your adventure, and Gusson will forgive me once I tell him of Treno. Yeah. Actually, let me make a quick detour and show you one of my favorite places. Costa del Sol. This game originally came out, I think, in 2010 in its original form. It was shut down, I believe, in 2011. And then was re-released as A Realm Reborn, I think, in 2012? Because the original, like the 1.0 version of Final Fantasy XIV was horrible. It was... It looked great, but mechanically and functionally, it was just so incredibly bad. So it had almost no player base. So they shut it down for about a year or year and a half. Hired a new director who basically came in and rebuilt the entire thing from the ground up. And now it's one of the largest MMOs in the world. And they're, I think, a couple months away from announcing the next expansion. Because we should have... I never played that one. But everywhere so in this game is so interesting and diverse. I've thought about trying it from time to time. I just haven't ever gotten around to it. Man, just because it's like, it's one of those things, it's a multiplayer game, so it's like, I don't have friends that are actively wanting to play it. It's hard to get me interested in them, or keep me interested in them. Ah, this explains much. I wonder why I'd seen neither hide nor hair of your majesty these past days. May I ask where you have been? It's quite a long story. However stalwart your companions traversing this continent with no knowledge of what awaited you was extraordinarily reckless. That I cannot deny, but availed us much. We had the opportunity to resume diplomatic relations with a longtime ally. And as I did not, in fact, come to harm, all is well that ends well. Should you feel compelled to go on any other excursions in future, I expect that you will notify me beforehand. Yes, of course. It was remiss of me. I apologize. Joy's call was most insistent. Nevertheless, whenever you require my aid, please do not hesitate to seek it. You're back. How'd it go? Did you find a way down? Trino, I've heard the name. Incredible that's sheltered the Malala all this time. What's more, the mayor was able to share the story of the key from her perspective. She believes that the historical documents pertaining to it are stored in Preservation's archives. Which character? Can you describe who it was in any way? Because I know you don't necessarily know who any of their names are. The tall blonde over here, or the white-haired cat girl over here? The tall blonde? Yeah, she's not bad. They could be, though our work isn't done yet. We've made progress on the decryption. I was on my way to the containment complex to review the data in situ. In that case, allow me to accompany you. Though it may be incomplete, I should like to review the information available. Shale there, the tall blonde, is a rather new character, relatively speaking. She came in with this most recent expansion. We'll contact you as soon as we've made some sense of it. In the meantime, might I suggest that our Warrior of Light get a good night's sleep or two? You never know what manner of hellish technology will be after us next. And Cryo, I assume you'll be wanting to familiarize yourself with the care and feeding of porksies? Indeed, while I'm aware of the principles, I was needed elsewhere when the others were treating the Levin afflicted. I shall have to ask Ishola to instruct me. Well, I mean, no, not really. That's just straight compliment. If you take everything into context. It's the least I can do for my family. I intend to visit them whenever possible, but my home will always be here in the source. There's nowhere I'd rather be. Earlier in Treno.
Now, there is much to be done. with access to the mine restored, I'd like to explore methods to expand our food production systems. I look forward to your insights.
Yeah, probably.
Oh, my poor heart. I only meant to steal a glimpse while we were in the area. But our eyes definitely met, didn't they? Oh, that's not ideal. Such fearsome instincts to perceive me as a threat in an instant. But I shouldn't be surprised. It's the Source's vaunted hero, after all.
Hammerut!
Oh, dear me! Oh.
I'm thinking this is a villain reveal.
One need hardly be the warrior of lights to notice you. You're far from subtle. As if the horns and scales weren't enough, you insist upon dressing for another century. Those clothes must be as old as I am. Where is your robe?
You mean the robe that practically announces me as an Ascian?
Yep, villains.
Not that I don't intend to reveal that detail, but it will be at a time of my choosing.
Well, he was saying it's out of place. It's from a different era than with the current time.
It's you.
It is a good outfit. I like it, but...
Oh, Calyx, how you've grown. Smaller, that is. And surprisingly cute-ish.
Put me down.
Jests aside, we will be departing the 9th all too soon. If you wish to say your goodbyes, I could find you a vessel and mold it to match your preferred presentation.
Don't you dare. I will not debase myself by occupying a living body ever again. And in any case, to travel the rift as you do requires the shedding of one's flesh, does it not?
I apologize if I upset you. Your understanding is, in essence, correct. The magics cannot bring a vessel through the rift. Ergo, you must discard it and assume a form of pure ether until you reach the other side.
I thought we got rid of Calyx, but
that doesn't mean you need to discard everything like so much refuse. Using fissures such as this, one can easily send small amounts of matter between reflections. Matter such as your archived memories.
All the more reason to remain as I am. At present, I could pass through a fissure myself. And as this form suffices for surveying the material realm, I see no reason to expend effort searching for a replacement. I wish only to observe. That is enough.
Very well. I shan't press. Nevertheless, odd though you may look,
he may be,
I
but
would
he's
encourage
evil
you
as
to
fuck.
bid farewell to those to whom you have attachment. For now that you failed, unless our hero changes course, this world is doomed to die.
So that takes a little bit of explanation.
I had hoped to banish death from their lives.
So, sometime millions, thousands, an unknown amount of time previous, all these worlds, there's a bunch of different worlds that were all one world. And there was a group of people called Asians, who were the only people who lived, and they made all this different forms of life, and certain events happened, and to prevent their die-off, they tried creating one god, but that god then became a problem, so then they created another one, made a counterbalance to him, and split the world into 13 different worlds. As well as basically the souls. Split every soul of every being into an equal amount of pieces, basically. And so every person basically had one piece of themselves in each world. You had the source, and then it's 12 reflections. A group of Asians survived all that and set about on a project to unify all the different worlds into one. And so they basically set up upon setting off one a cataclysmic apocalypse after another on each of the reflections. And possibly where they're going with this in the future is that, with this next story arc, is we're going to go from world to world, trying to repair each world and set them on a course to be back to a normal world, rather than the hellscapes that these assholes here basically put each of these worlds in.
Why should it come to all, whether they will it or no? Why must any accept this burden and grief? It was never about any one person. So no, there are none with whom I would exchange fond farewells. But so long as mankind yet survives, I can hold fast to my faith. That my life's work might again bring someone's salvation.
Hold fast you must, as we press ever onward. For soon
Yes, they do.
begins, and every world shall tremble. The Winterers must be prepared to outlast the great withering to come.
That's your ominous prediction, is it?
No, it's nature's proclamation. Can't you hear it? It echoes in the silence, left by the will of the star.
Whither blows fate's wandering will, for gray clouds presage winter's chill. That one, that didn't really give me much thoughts on where they're going to go with next with the story. but it doesn't ruin my theory either. This is another one of my favorite places in 14. Yeah, so do I. And here's another really beautiful town. Another beautiful beachfront town. Yeah, it's a very, very beautiful game. Absolutely beautiful game. But that's all we're going to do here tonight. I know we still have the new raid storyline to go through and do. And we also have more Hildebrand quests to do. And that's what I'm really looking forward to doing, is the new Hildebrand quests. Because, God, those are funny. I'm planning on trying to do those tomorrow, unless I get distracted by people and doing other things. I'm hoping to actually have a much earlier start in the night than what I did today. Is there anyone currently streaming that I want to raid? And yes, she is being feisty tonight. But, I mean, I've also set her to being where she's more talkative tonight, too, since I wasn't streaming with anyone else, so. Oh, I absolutely do. That's what I'm saying, if I don't get distracted by doing things with friends, because I'd rather much more play games with friends than not. Oh, Dembo's playing a game. We'll go raid him.
Games? Ooh, wow.
Well, thank you for that. I know I'm a sweat. I'm sorry if it brings any anything bad your way while playing. When we move over to Tembo's channel, go ahead and copy and paste this into the chat. I look forward to hopefully seeing everyone tomorrow for whatever we end up doing. Till then, thank you. Have a good night. Take care of yourselves and each other. And we'll see you then.
Aw, shit. Yo, Illusion coming in with the raid. Thank you so much. Why is it playing it twice? What the hell's going on? Did we just break my stream?
Apparently.
We're just gonna mute that real quick. I don't know why it's still playing it over and over again. You totally broke it. Well, good morning, Mutts. It's all good, dude. We're trying to check out Maple Story, but I don't like the fact that it's making me use the arrow keys to move around, and I'm trying to figure out how to fix that. I might have to look it up here in a little bit. Battle Adventures communities.
Ways to die. So many dumb ways to die.
Well.
Yeah, I don't know. It's not right. And AS, D, and W don't do anything anyway, so why can't I, you know, change those around? See, and those arrows are blank. So I can't even adjust those. You need coffee and there's no coffee? Damn. Well, sorry to do it, especially after breaking your stream, because it still keeps... Oh my god, it is still saying it. Did my stream legitimately break? I've been having some technical difficulties. Especially... Why is the game, like, cut off, too? Not Illusion, go ahead and get some sleep. I might have to shut off stream because things have been causing me some problems. Damn. And it's still saying you're raiding me. So guys, unfortunately, thank you for coming in for the raids, by the way, and raiding me, but I think we're gonna find somebody to... Well, I'm gonna have to fix some things because I've been having issues with the stream all night, and I need to get it ready for morning when I do go live at the normal time. So I'm gonna spend some time trying to fix the stream because I'm being rated like 15 times now. Give me just a moment. I do apologize, but we're gonna have to raid out, and I'll see you guys in the morning when I go live at the normal time frame. I don't know who to raid. Oh wait, I have nobody on.